Bullony Basketball.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bullony Basketball. I got my guy John, aka Lakers Corner, with me here. My guy P Slime, Pryce. How's it going?
Going good, brother. Going good. Happy to be here, brother. Talking hoops on a Friday with my dog. Doesn't get much better than this, man.
What up? What up, Garrett? It's been good. Good.
I'm glad we can finally reconnect on this episode talking about your team, the LA Lakers. This is, as I call it, the Lake Show. Is that a good one, right?
That's a great one. That is a great one. I like that.
I don't think I've ever done an episode of Bullony Basketball themed after the Lakers. Obviously, I've had my fair share of, snappy comebacks or stuff like regarding the Lakers, but I'm going to keep it objective today. I just want to talk about how your team has been. Right now, you guys are looking pretty good. What are you seeing right now?
I've seen a lot, right? Some of the good that I've seen, and I think one of the best things that I've seen so far is Austin Reeves continues to take that jump. Every year, we see him continue to get better against the Raptors on December 4th. No Luka Doncic, birth of his second child, however, Luka's out, whatever, it is what it is. But AR steps up 44 points. Or earlier in the season when Luka was out because I believe of like a thumb injury or something like that, AR stepped up. I believe it was like a 51 point game, right? And then when Luka comes back, now AR has no problem going back and playing that second fiddle, that third fiddle, where he's just putting up, 20, 23, 22. So that's one of my biggest things is like AR has taken the jump of being just that role player, which I feel like in the past couple of seasons, we've seen him more just as a role player, to where now on a night to night basis, he can either play that role as your role player and give you that 15 and 7, or if someone's out like Luka, he can step up and give you the 1A type numbers of 44 point game, a 51 point game, and leading the way. And it's not just scoring, right? He also is playmaking. Like AR, I think this season is the first season I've seen him understand how to use his gravity to get others open and get other like open looks. And when we referenced to last night, in the first half, JJ Redick played 10 players. All 10 players scored in that first half. And Austin Reeves had seven assists in that first half. I guarantee to you most of those was just the defense having to play him a certain way, and then him just finding, Aiden for open looks, finding Jake LaRavia for open looks. So, I mean, that's the first thing I'll start on. That's the first, real positive I'll start there is, Austin Reeves taking that jump from just maybe that mid-level star to, you say how you want, but he's playing like an all-star right now, to be honest with you.
I mean, honestly, what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing Luka ball out, right? I'm seeing Austin Reeves ball out. And I see LeBron getting back into it. I feel like those are the main things. It's really based on how those three play. And then, Rui Hachimura. Aiden has been playing good. I think Aiden is he's low-key underrated because when he plays bad, he's the scapegoat. You see everybody in the comments talking about him. But he's actually been playing pretty good. So I feel like I like the Aiden and Luka combo. I like that. I think that's been the most surprising thing in how well they work together, because usually when you think about Aiden, not all the time. I'm not saying he is. I don't like to call an NBA player soft, except Rudy Gobert. Hey, Rudy Gobert.
Gosh, not again.
but Aiden, he's not soft. I just feel he doesn't have that motor to where he's always going, right? But I feel like now he's really been stepping that up. He's really been playing pretty good.
And I think it makes the offense a lot easier when it's you already know how good Luka is offensively. You could make an argument he's the best offensive player right now in the NBA. And then you have a guy in here like Austin Reeves who's giving you 28, 29 points a game. It actually probably went up after last game at the time of recording it. He's probably right at about 30 now. But also the assists as well, where he's averaging about 6 or 7. This is. I know. I wanted to.
You walked into that one,
brother. I had to catch that a little bit early. But I think come playoff time is going to make it a lot easier for getting baskets. Those two in themselves have been drawing more free throw attempts, I think, than 5 or so teams in the league so far this season. Just those two alone. And as a team, you guys sit I'm pretty sure second in the league. So it's getting to the free throw line and maybe stopping, getting things more in the half court offense. That's also going to be huge come playoff time. So I think that the way those guys are playing and the way everyone else is kind of getting into their role, from your guy LeBron LeBron to like Rui, who even yesterday hit that big shot, and then like Ayton and Marcus Smart. Like these guys have shown that they can be so much more on other teams before, but in this team, they might not have to do as much, but they need to do the right thing. And right now they are doing the right thing, and that's why it's generating the more wins.
Absolutely. And to your point about, getting to the free throw line, in the 6 games we've seen LeBron, it hasn't been the greatest showing, but we all still know who LeBron James is. We know that really at any point in the game, if he wants to put his head down and go to the hoop, he's going to do it. And he might get the whistle. Like there's a real despairing viewership on LeBron's whistle, right? So I think some people out there think LeBron has a terrible whistle and never gets anything called. But then there's other people out there that think LeBron, gets everything called. I think it's somewhat there in the middle, but just saying that, to add to your point of having AR of, he's able to get to the free throw line at will. Luka gets to the free throw line at will. And then even somebody like Bron. So just wanted to add that there. But as far as how we've been doing this season so far, brother, I mean, look, my original prediction on Lakers corner at the beginning of the season was 4th seed. So I don't sound too crazy now. They said I was crazy then, Garrett. I don't sound crazy now.
Definitely agree. I think with Luka, he's really been a blessing in disguise for DeAndre Ayton and for Jackson Hayes. I'm pretty sure both of them right now, it's their most efficient season they've ever had. And then when you're just looking at like Luka, like he's been able to score pretty well. Austin Reeves, I think the leap he's taken so far has really put you guys in this position too, because Luka's even missed like a couple games, and Austin Reeves has really had to take that like number 1 option role because that was before LeBron came back, and he did it really well, albeit maybe not against like the best teams, but still for a guy who maybe coming into the year was expected to be the number 3 option, to be playing like a number 1 option who can get you to wins on some of those nights. When you bring back Luka and when you bring back LeBron, it's going to make things so much easier. And you mentioned like guys like Rui and even Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia had that one game that I know Anthony Edwards is like, who's this guy? And like you said that was messed up.
Because the guy in the stand said, I think the guy said, who is that guy first? Like, that's what I'm saying. Who is he? Like that.
Like they just played really well as a team. So I mean, and especially the fact of like that Luka Austin Reeves chemistry has really built as well. It feels a little bit like like a DeMar and Kyle Lowry in a sense, where it's like 2 inseparable players that are always going to be lifelong like best buddies. I think when Luka first came to the Lakers, people thought it was going to be really hard for him to get the Mavericks out of his head, because I'm sure he never thought he was leaving there. And now we're at a point where he seems comfortable with the people he's around, and I think Austin Reeves and LeBron and some of these other guys as well have really made it easier for him to get to that point. Yeah,
for sure.
From a team perspective though, there are a few things that I do want to touch on, because right now you guys are up there, one of the most efficient teams in the league. I'm pretty sure you're 2nd in field goal percentage, and like I said, you're top 3 in free throw attempts per game. And I think most of that is because of Luka being a mastermind on offense, arguably been the best offensive player so far this season, and both him and Austin Reeves have been drawing fouls at an insane rate. I think they're averaging like more than 20 free throw attempts a game right now. I think that's something that's sustainable through the course of the year.
Austin Reeves, not so much. I don't see Austin Reeves doing that through the year. But Luka, I feel like the way he draws his fouls, because he plays so like methodical, like when he's moving so slow, and then like his bumps and all that, like it's kind of hard not to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to stop on me. Hard to stop. So like when he steps back, like I've seen like he step back and then he pump fakes and then you don't jump and he keeps it here. He keeps it high, then he follows through with it, right? Yeah. So like you have to get a contest, but he moves so slow that when you do contest, he's pump faking and now you're in the air. Now you're at his mercy, right? So I feel like Luka, bro, like the way he moves, his slow steps, that's what gets his foul, right? Because you're not playing that. You're used to pop, and then going, right? You just can't predict Luka. So I think those fouls, he's been at the free throw line a lot, I feel like. So with him, I feel like, yes, Austin Reeves, not so much, especially with LeBron. So I feel like LeBron may take away a little bit of Austin's touches, but not Luka's touches. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think definitely like the one thing is, with LeBron coming back, everyone's numbers were going to dip to some degree. I mean, I'm pretty sure Luka before that was averaging like 40, and Austin Reeves is averaging like 33 33. And I think right now they're at 35 and 28, which is still really good. But just in those games already, it's kind of gone down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think that maybe to the same numerical value, it's probably going to dip. But I think that Luka and Austin Reeves are probably both, you could argue, top 5 players in the league at drawing contact. Like just baiting their defender and maybe, manipulating, like just putting them in weird situations. Because sometimes there's times where it's like you look at a play the first time and you're like, I didn't see a foul there. And then you look at it back and it's just not even really a whole lot, but it is contact. And it's like, how did they put themselves in a situation where they drew that? And it's especially helps someone like LeBron, who, he's not having to have the ball in his hands as much right now. You guys don't really foul as much as a team, but I think some of the things that, looking at and seeing if this team can be legit come playoff time, as you were just saying, is, the 3-point shooting. You guys are right around league average, I think just below it, just maybe the turnovers as well. Of course, Luka has the ball in his hands a lot, Austin Reeves, and then I'm sure LeBron will as time goes on more too. So is that like any reason for concern? Like, do you think that will be adjusted or fixed like in the coming weeks? And also, I guess defensively is another thing, because you guys have not been too bad. However, you're not like a top tier defense in the league either.
The defensive end is definitely one of my biggest concerns that I have for this team, to be honest with you. And it starts because of who our, two backcourt guards are. And don't get me wrong, AR and Luka scoring is not a problem, right? Like they're the highest scoring duo in the league right now. But what is a problem is the defensive end, because we've seen just last season AR get picked on in playoffs, right? They were like, isolate him every time and let's pick on him. And then when the Celtics won a championship, we seen the Celtics pick on Luka, right? Granted, Luka's lost weight. Granted, Luka is in a whole different shape, but still, we're all realistic people here. Luka Doncic did not go from being out of shape to a lockdown, backcourt defender, right? So we still, I think, are missing, what I'm saying, in that backcourt league like today, bro. If you look at all the previous, champions, they've all had good backcourt defense, or they've all had at least some sort of like substitution for a backcourt defense. I mean, the last player I could think of that, was dominant winning championships and was a defensive liability is Stephen Curry. But what did the Warriors do? They hit him so extremely well. And my thing is, we can't really hide Luka because the other guard is AR. And both of those are really. And you can't hide two people, right? We're not going to be playing 3-on-5. Like that's how you lose. Potentially bringing in Marcus Smart. And Marcus Smart isn't the same defender that he once was when he won the Defensive Player of the Year. But still, I think we can all agree he's still a better defender than AR, and he's still a better defender than Luka. So then, to me, in my point of view, and I know it might sound crazy, I think it ends up working out better to bring Marcus Smart into the starting lineup and bring AR off the bench. I know it's going to sound insane to ask a 30-point, someone that's averaging 30 points per game to come off the bench, but I think it's for the betterment of the team, because in a lot of games so far this season, we've had a very minimal to no bench production. Look, I think Austin Reeves is great, but Austin Reeves is best when he's on the ball. When he's on the ball making decisions. But if Luka and AR are on the court, I want the ball in Luka's hands 10 times out of 10. I'd rather him making decisions.
I would co-sign that. I think 10 times out of 10. I want the ball in Luka's hands over Austin Reeves. I think when you just look at this team, some of the other guys who could maybe fill in for, picking up where maybe Luka and Austin Reeves aren't giving on the defensive end. You mentioned Marcus Smart, probably like Vanderbilt, maybe even Rui, because he's like a bigger body you could put on some people. And I think they did that not last year, but they did it 2 years ago against Jamal Murray in the first round. When you guys played them. Different options there. Of course, I mean, even LeBron too, like coming back. Obviously, he's not like 2013, like all defensive level player anymore, but I'm sure he's still doing more on the defensive end than Luka and Austin Reeves, right? So
yeah, yes, but I wouldn't trust LeBron to just go guard a backcourt guard in this league just because of how elite they are. I think that LeBron can give like 1 or 2 possessions of like 10 out of 10 defense, to be honest with you. And then he'll have to take another like 7 possessions off on defense and give you maybe like a 5 out of 7. And that's just simply a fatigue, and bro about to be 41 here in a couple of days.
I know we've only seen a couple games right now. He's probably still getting his footing under him. But, LeBron, these first couple games hasn't quite looked like LeBron that we saw like last year, maybe the other years. I know that you're kind of a LeBron guy yourself, but, are you concerned at all? Or do you think that he's maybe just saving himself? He's going to eventually get back up to that point? What do you think?
I'm not concerned about LeBron James. Like, let's think, right? He's coming back from a sciatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a real injury. Like no, it's a real injury. So like at the end of the day, he's healthy, he's back on the court, but his ankle is still, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's the GOAT James. Like you can't really say that because what was it? Was it the Trailblazers?
Which one? Like which game?
Yeah, 30.
It might have been against Utah. No, I don't know. One of those teams.
Oh, Utah. It was.
Yeah. Okay.
Utah. Yeah, he played really good against Utah. So I feel like that's all he needs. He's still capable of it. Now if he goes out there and does it, but like his usage rate is gonna be down, obviously, right? But like it's still LeBron. Like he's playing for at this point he's playing to win the championship. You get what I'm saying? So if he doesn't have to go out there and get 27, 8 and 9 or 27, 10 and 6, like he doesn't have to do that every game. He doesn't have to do it. That's what people are looking at. LeBron had only 10 points. And they say, let me get this out the way. I know I'm really sorry.
No, go ahead.
But he literally they said he was stat padding. Like I keep seeing people say stat padding for it. Bro, he had 13 fourth quarter. He had 10 points in the fourth quarter itself, right? He had 2 points before that and 1 point. 2 points he had 2 points and 1 point. Like I don't understand.
I don't know, man. Because I did see it as well, and I think they were down like 25 at that point.
Oh, they were down 14-7. They were down 14.
I don't know, man. It just seemed a little bit suspicious, especially because right after he got that 10, like they immediately like fouled and then they got him out of the game. So it's like I don't know, but that's a different thing. The biggest thing though, I think with LeBron is it's probably going to be a little bit harder for him, in my opinion, to come back from this one, just because we've seen him in some playoff scenarios in recent years for you guys. I think you guys look at 2024 against the Nuggets in the first round. You look at 2021 when you guys lost to the Suns, and I know AD was mostly injured, but that LeBron just came back from that injury, like the one that Solomon Hill hit him for or whatever. So like, and maybe he didn't play his best, and I know people attribute that to those injuries. Right now he's coming back from that, but this is like probably the worst time because he missed out on a lot of the like before season activities and early season activities that it's going to take him time to maybe get his conditioning back and everything like that. I don't think he's really going to have an opportunity to do that until the All-Star break, and that's assuming he's not an All-Star, because if he's doing all the All-Star activities, I don't know how he's going to be able to really catch up, because the season moves so fast that every day there's a game. Teams don't practice quite as much, you know, so that's probably the time that I think he will be able to maybe catch up. But again, that's if he doesn't make the All-Star team. In the last like 6 years or whatever, he has been a captain, which is pretty much an automatic All-Star bid. So I think in a way maybe that could help him out, but we'll just have to see like what actually happens, because part of me thinks like there's just no way they won't put him on the All-Star team, but also I don't think he really deserves it this year because he's missed so many games already. I don't, not this year. I know you're giving me a look right now, but Luka's been the best player and Austin Reeves has been the second best player so far.
It's LeBron though. Like he deserves it because LeBron. Like,
but only 12 people make it.
Huh?
Only 12 people make it though. Are the Lakers really getting 3 All-Stars? I think the Thunder would get 3 before that, the way they're playing.
LeBron James. Like,
Yeah.
Don't you understand? It's LeBron James. Like,
but I mean, he hasn't made it every year of his career. He didn't make it his rookie year or anything either. I mean, like, there always comes a time. I'm not saying there's like any shame or anything if he doesn't make it. I'm just saying that I don't think he should make it this year, and it might actually help him for that sake if he doesn't.
By the way, he could have made it his rookie year.
He said he could have made it his rookie year.
Could have made it. I want you to know that he could have made it.
He could have. He was in the running for sure, but I'm just saying like he didn't. Like, and that was a time when he probably had a lot of hype coming in, but he didn't make it. I'm pretty sure Jamal McGlure made it over, which is a crazy pull.
Yeah, I think so. And you know it's funny, Garrett. So as you know, Lakers, shameless plug, I do Lakers Corner. I do like a 3-minute recap, and I do a weekly show. And I'm going to record a weekly show tomorrow. And that's one of the things that I was going to talk about is that, like, now that this slow streak is out the way, which as a Lakers fan, I'm glad it's out the way. We're going to see LeBron, I think, in certain games in a whole different role. And I know me and you talked about this a little bit on the phone yesterday, that it's like, in every single team LeBron James has been in his career, his role has been to, go score for us. Like, go put the pressure on the defense by scoring. And then from there, a lot of other players will get open from your gravity or whatnot. I think this is his first time in his career that there will be certain games where the matchup does not favor LeBron James, and the matchup that all we need is to have Luka and AR on ball making decisions and allow LeBron to simply play that slasher cutter, off ball cut type role, just focus in on defense, play make, but not as much go and look to be that scorer. So honestly, bro, I really do think so. I think that there will be certain matchups where it doesn't favor LeBron, and LeBron James will have to just take more of a backseat role. And he should have been okay with that prior to this little streak being over. But now if this streak is over, he better be okay with that.
Yeah, and I just feel like too at this point as well, it's like, I know as you even mentioned to me on the phone the other day, this is probably like the lowest he's looked as a player, which is not necessarily like, not to throw shade on Chris Paul, but it's not like that bad where it's like you get sent home. But it's, still just for his standards, just not at what we're expecting. So I think, especially now that the streak is over, I don't see why he'd have a problem with having like some games, even if he had like a 4-point outing. And if he's just like, okay, now I need to be the guy who can lock down on defense, because maybe I don't need to give as much on offense because we got Luka over here dropping a 30-point triple-double. We got Austin Reeves dropping like 25 or 30 points in a game. And then, some of these other guys too, like DeAndre Ayton and Rui, they've had some big games offensively too. I think Jake LaRavia was kind of big off the bench the other day. But, so you have a few options there. I know, as you mentioned, like, I think depth is still another thing with this team and just that consistency, because I know, like, Jackson Hayes has also been like really good, but in all fairness, I think that's more so a byproduct of having a Luka at the point guard spot or someone who can actually work with him in a pick and roll. If he doesn't have that, like, I feel like Jackson Hayes becomes pretty redundant.
Useless. He becomes exactly what he was at first, which is just like a big out there just blocking stuff every once in a while.
And I'll even say too, like, I mean, I know I just threw shade at Chris Paul. I'll give him a one-up here though, because I said the same thing when he was with DeAndre Jordan. And I said, like, he really made DeAndre Jordan who he was. And once he left, I think people thought like, oh, DJ's an all-star, he's young, he's going to be that next guy. But I was like, no, he's not, because he doesn't have a point guard now like that. And then he was only on the team for like another year or so, and his career just, he won a ring later on, but he just like didn't really have that same impact. So I think that's the impact though that Luka can make on Jackson Hayes, even on Ayton some nights too on this team. Dalton Knecht still finding his footing, and I know Maxi Kleber has felt like a weird fit so far. And then Gabe Vincent, I know that he's like the most slandered like Lakers player recently. So yeah. Bronny.
No, I hear you, bro. Hey, one thing I wanted to add real quick, I want to see how you feel about this. I was talking about this on my live stream during the game yesterday, but I really do believe that like LeBron James is low-key like not ruining his career, but tarnishing his career, to be real with you, like slowly. And I mean like years down the line, like me and you that we've seen LeBron in 03, 04, 05, 2010, like we'll never forget LeBron James. We'll know who LeBron James is. But the people who are now like just now maybe starting to get in tune with basketball or just now really starting to pay attention, they may not really realize. I mean, I know this may sound crazy, but they may not really realize how great this guy is, because a lot of the people's mindset nowadays is, what have you done for me recently? It's prisoner's mentality, right? And you can't even blame people. Like, that's just what people are like 9 times out of 10. And people look at that, like, that's gonna, in my opinion, I mean, we know where I stand on the GOAT conversation, but and there's nothing that he can do to like irreverse, what he's done. But for someone that hasn't been watching all that, like, and they hear like, oh, this guy's supposed to be the GOAT, this guy's supposed to be the GOAT, like that can be very tarnishing. And then also like 30 years, 50 years down the line, you look back at games like this, you're like, dude, this guy was putting up 5-point games, like 8-point games, like, and this guy's supposed to be the best player of all time, So I just something I wanted to throw out there. And I know LeBron cares about that. I'll be honest. I know. Come on, LeBron. I know you're watching.
Yeah, he's watching me because he knows how much I've hated on him in the past.
He's going to get better. He's like, dude, I can just listen to Garrett and I get fucking better.
The motivation. No, I think, and that happens, with some players, like whether it's post 2020 to now with LeBron, or it's like the Wizards with MJ, or post the Achilles injury with Kobe or something. Like, those are things that people are going to hold against them. But in my opinion, like, I think, the biggest thing, of course, depends on like your peak. And as long as you have like a decent stretching peak, that's why I've said Michael Jordan's the GOAT. You've said LeBron James is the GOAT. But I mean, I just think that those are the things that should be the utmost important things, and really what you do over the tenure when you're at the top.
I feel like JJ Redick is a pretty good coach, and I feel like people like he'll lose games people are just so quick to, like people that have like never played basketball or never really studied it. Like, like it's both. Like if you haven't played it, you can at least study it, right? But it's people that haven't done either. Like it's people that just play 2K and like they're trying to call somebody a trash couple, trying to say somebody's bad at something, or somebody's watched because they only had 7 points. Like stuff like that. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to see like people realize, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like JJ Redick, his name's been scrutinized. They slander his name. They slander his players. They slander him for having. At first, it was good that he had 50 wins, and then later people were saying that it was bad that he only had 50 wins with that team, right? Like I just see so much wishy-washy stuff, so I just want to get it out the way. JJ Redick he's really getting his reps in. Like you can tell he's passionate about it, and like that's really all you need.
I will say, I mean, there are a few positives definitely that come from JJ Redick. One, he's holding people accountable. He's not afraid to like get on people. Even the one time, like the other day, he called a timeout just to talk to LeBron about the play, and then he kind of ripped into him in the timeout. Like you don't really see that from a lot of coaches. But also like just the passion that he has. I'm still gonna need to see a couple more things. Like not like he's definitely in the running for coach of the year right now. Wouldn't say he's the favorite because I think that Mark Daigneault having the Thunder so high on like record pace, and then also maybe JB Bickerstaff having the Pistons so high, it does make it a little bit of a harder case. But there are just two things that I need to see probably a little bit more of from Redick. And one, I would say the sideline or late game out of bounds plays. I've never really been too high on him there because I feel like a lot of those have turned into turnovers, especially in clutch scenarios. And I just completely question like the player movement on that. So I'm going to need to see a little bit more from there. The other thing I will say is, I mean, and we're not going to be able to see it until playoffs, but I do think last year he got a little bit, made a few rash decisions with trying to go with the no big lineup, and it really bit him in the butt against Gobert and Julius Randle and stuff. So I think that, being a little bit more open-minded later in the game, like you saw how that was not working out, but he said, I don't care, I'm sticking with it. And they got burned from it. So I think that those are the two big things that I'm looking at for Redick. And if he can fix those things, then I think that it could help you guys generate more success.
Yeah, just seeing how he can read and react.
Yeah, man. I think if you want, we can move it on here to the next topic. Kind of a historical Lakers thing. With you being, I know you're a LeBron fan, but you're a Laker fan first, you say. So I want to know, in your opinion, you've seen a lot of Lakers games, and you have a lot of favorite Laker moments, I'm sure, but I want you to give me your one moment that's like your favorite Laker moment. What is it? Oh, he's grabbing something.
When I speak on this, I literally get nostalgic, brother. The 2010 NBA championship, when Kobe went on that scorer's table, brother. Oh my gosh. And the reason why I get so nostalgic about that is like, I remember exactly where I was. I remember what I was doing. I remember how I was feeling. I remember watching the Ron Artest interview after. Like everything is just so nostalgic. I am literally, brother, I don't know if you can see through this camera, but getting chills as we speak. Literally getting chills as we speak, because that was such an iconic moment for me. And I'll literally never forget it, to be honest with you. I have a lot of moments that I could have gone with, but if I could only pick one, it would have to be that, to be real with you. Ron Artest up there with his whole family, like that was legendary.
Yeah, no, that is definitely a good one. And that is, in my opinion, one of the craziest championships ever. Because I feel like people forget, like with Kobe, I saw something the other day that there's been 4 teams in NBA history who have won a championship, and they had to play a 50-win team every single round, which is the 95 Rockets, the 01 Lakers, the 09 Lakers, and the 2010 Lakers. So the fact that Kobe is like, maybe you could argue Shaq was the main one for one of those, but at least 2, maybe 3 of those, like Kobe was the main guy or a main guy for that. I feel like that's incredibly impressive there. And you could say, yeah, he had Pau Gasol, he had Ron Artest, Derek Fisher, but I feel like, in my opinion, like Kobe also had to do a lot in that regard. And so that is a really great moment. I think just the way that in that game in particular, when they won in 2010 against Boston, like it wasn't even like a great shooting game for him, but he came up down the stretch when they needed him most, and defensively and rebounding. I think he had 15 rebounds or something in that game. So yep. He was doing pretty much everything.
It's only a piece of the poster, but
oh, that's the shot over D Wade. That's a good one right there.
It might be my favorite. Like it's so many like Kobe, but I feel like that one is easily top 5. Like I can give you a couple right now, but like the way he comes from the corner to catch it coming from the sideline, right? Mm-hmm. he 2 dribbles, 1 leg. It's like what can you do about that? Like what can't D Wade, bro? This is great D. This is great defense. You can't stop it. You can't stop Kobe, bro.
And I'm pretty sure there was another guy like behind him too, right? Like behind Wade.
I think it was Haslam. Bro. Like you just can't. Even though it was off the glass, bro, he just had to get it up because D Wade's hand. That's just you can't tell me Kobe didn't work on that. Hey, if Kobe told me he worked on 1 leg, a 1 leg 3 off the glass coming from the middle, I believe him. It's Kobe. What are you talking? I feel like that, bro. That might be hard. It's so hard. I know you said one.
That's a good one though. That's definitely one of Kobe's best plays. I know Kobe is your favorite player ever. I think that in a way it's kind of similar actually to my favorite player Derrick Rose, and maybe his most iconic play was when he grabbed it from the sideline in the same way. He took a couple dribbles, went across like the top of the key a little bit, and then he just threw it up over Tristan Thompson, and it also banked in. So in a way it is kind of similar. I do actually for mine. I'm going to give you 2 actually, because since I'm not a Laker fan, I'm going to give you a moment against the Lakers, but I'm also going to give you a favorite Laker moment. Favorite play against the Lakers, which actually does involve my guy D Rose. It has to be on Christmas Day when he hit that shot over Pau Gasol, that little floater. That was just one of those moments that really felt like a validation of this guy is the MVP. He's arrived. The first regular season game after my guy D Rose won MVP, because we were down in that game late. I think we were down like 6 or so points like in the last minute, and then we kept storming back. Lou Aldang a clutch steal, doing our thing, and then of course the MVP D Rose strikes again and hit that crazy like floater shot over Pau Gasol. I don't even know how he hit it. Like it looked like one of the hardest shots I've ever seen, and yet he still did and like cemented the comeback. And it was just like it was definitely my favorite NBA Christmas gift that I've ever received, especially when you got like 2 guys like D Rose over here and Kobe over here, and it's like 2 of the best players in the league. I know they did those like 2K commercials like right around that time as well. So like just to see them go head to head, and it's like a similar thing where it's like I like Kobe and I like D Rose, and it's like my guy got the last laugh on that night. Like that just felt really cool for a Bulls fan perspective, and I just feel like it has to be like one of the best moments against like a Lakers team.
And isn't that game the game that has that iconic picture where like Kobe's shooting it and there's like 4 players on it? It's like Joakim Noah, I think Taj Gibson, and like
that was their last shot at the end, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right.
That's such an iconic picture, bro. Sad story for Lakers fans, but iconic moment.
I think the play that really is, I'm gonna say that's really good is, it's more so a game. I think just Kobe in that game 6 against the Suns in 2010, the game where he slapped Alvin Gentry on the butt. And I'm a Steve Nash guy too, but at that point I'm like, okay, like this is Kobe, man. Like you just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I like, bro, he dunked on 06.
Dunked on Nash, right? Yeah.
And then the game, so many Kobe that like I could say like are my favorite, but I just look. Actually, it's all right. Look, actually, I don't know, because another one I like.
You can say it.
He was in the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Takes it, he drives, right? He gets cut off. He spins back. He gets cut off again. And spins back right on 2 people. Like, how do you do that, bro? Like, his footwork on that was crazy. Like, up fake, spin, pivot, like all of that. And then, like, the left hand 3 in the corner. Do you know how crazy that is, bro? Like, it's him dunking on Ben Wallace. Like. But okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I actually have a new favorite Kobe moment, because
live on air, he changed the decision.
Listen, this might be it, because I argue with my uncle. He's a Jordan fan, Jordan Kobe. When he gave Jordan 5.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how old Jordan was, bro. I don't care. He gave Jordan 55. I forgot how many threes he hit, bro. Was it 11?
Yeah, it was something like that too.
He was frying him, bro. Like Kobe, bro. And then he hit him on the chest like that at the end. That's because the backstory. You can wear the shoes, but you can never fit. That's what Jordan told Kobe, bro.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I've said it to you before, but Steve Nash is one of my 5 favorite players of all time, and he's my 2nd favorite point guard ever. I know you know who number 1 is, but
I know we all know who number 1 is.
But he's my 2nd favorite point guard ever, and so I'm like, I always wanted him to win a ring. I still feel like 2007 was a great opportunity, and then the refs cheated with the whole Robert Horry thing. But I do think that was his real last chance to get get one. And to see like Steve Nash was doing everything he could to bring his team back. It's just like Nash is great, but he's not Kobe. Like that's just the one thing. And like when it's like one of those moments where it's like two players that I really like going head to head, like it's just like you get that feeling of respect just like watching it. It's like, man, I really like this player and I really like this player, but in this case, this guy was just a little bit better, and that's just like how it goes, you know. Not to be too new gen, but like to say the aura like that came from that game for Kobe, like I feel like it was just uncharted.
Bro, that series was insane. Game 1 in 35 minutes, 40 points. Game 2 in 43 minutes, 21 points, 13 assists. Game 3 in 43 minutes, 36 points, 11 assists, 9 rebounds. Game 4 in 45, 38 points, 10 assists. And then game 5, 30 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. And then last game 6, 37 points, bro. That was like, he averaged like 33 points in the entire series, bro. Almost 34. We rounded it up.
Yeah,
but that's wild.
It was just unreal. Another moment with Kobe and Jordan that I remember is I'm pretty sure it was a 03 All-Star game. Jordan hit that clutch shot and it put him up at the end. And it's like, oh, Michael Jordan, he's still doing it at this age. And then, Kobe, like, everyone was like, oh, Jordan, MJ. And then like Kobe silenced it because he hit those free throws at the end that win the game. So
told him to miss it.
Yeah, that's true. I know that's not entirely a Lakers moment, but that's just a Kobe moment. And I know, Kobe is definitely your guy. And that's why he earned the respect of a guy like MJ and like those moments, the 55 and All-Star game and everything. So, but yeah, man, like I said, also just the Suns one and then yours as well, where it's like Kobe winning it all. I think really that's not to take anything away from Magic or anyone else who's an all-time Laker great, but I think because so many of them like resonate with Kobe, I think that's why, in my opinion, he's the greatest Laker ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Kobe Bryant is the reason I got into basketball and the reason I even started watching basketball, and it was until 2020 that Yeah, exactly, bro. I'm literally wearing a Kobe. I didn't even wear this on purpose. I just had so much Kobe stuff. I didn't even realize that actually until now. But yeah, bro. Like honestly, Kobe is the guy, and he was my GOAT, and like he's still my personal GOAT. But he was my GOAT until 2020. I love the man.
Hey, man. Well, I cannot say that I ever had your former GOAT or current GOAT as my GOAT. But they're both up there somewhere. So
yes,
we can get it pushing here to the mini game to close out the show.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it.
This one I call the NBA Epic Tens Minigame. How it's gonna work is I'm going to give you an NBA team, and then I'm gonna give you a specific stat. It's not gonna be like a crazy stat or anything. I'm not gonna give you like VORP rating or something stupid, And you'll have 60 seconds to tell me the players who are top 10 all time in that stat for that team.
Wow. Okay.
So you also, got to think about the history of each team as well. Now, it's not anything like stupid. Like, I'm not going to ask you like win shares per 48 or something. Like, these are pretty household statistics. And there are 3 questions in total. And you get more points for it being a higher ranked answer. So if you get the number 1 answer, you'll get 10 points for that. The number 10 answer, you would get 1 point for that. There's no penalty for incorrect guesses, so you can just like spitball names as much as you like. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
Okay. This is gonna be a lot of spitballing for me here.
Okay.
All right, bet.
There are no penalties either for an incorrect answer. So with that, so you can just throw out names. Just make sure you're kind of close enough, that way I can hear you and stuff, so you don't cut out or anything. So are you ready?
I'm ready, brother.
Sure.
So this one's actually kind of funny because I know we talked about the Lakers the whole show, but the first one, it involves the LA Clippers top 10 all time in points per game. Go.
Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Randy Smith, Kawhi Leonard, Elton Brand, James Harden, Bob McAdoo, Zubac, why am I blanking here? Norman Powell. Let me see. Paul George. Corey Maggette. Man, let me think. Who else can I think of? Your GOAT, Danilo Gallinari. Luke Kennard. I'm just throwing out names that that's played. Marcus Camby. I don't even know, honestly.
2.
World Be Freak.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say Blake Griffin. This Who Will? DePaul Crawford. DeAndre Jordan. Bro, points per game, probably Kawhi is up there. Points per game, Paul George might be up there. James Harden might be up there, if you think about it.
30 seconds.
Lamar Odom. I forgot Ricky Davis. Did I say Chris Paul?
You did not.
Okay, Chris Paul. I'll say Chris Paul.
20 seconds.
JJ Redick. I'll say JJ Redick. Even though he's not, I said it. Elton Brand. The Clip.
10 seconds.
I don't know. I can't think about it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that is time. Wow. You're gonna love that you got World Be Free at the end. That was the number 1 answer.
Wow.
That is crazy that you threw that out at the end.
That's wild.
Yeah, that was a huge pull. Of all the names.
That was a massive pull.
And then you got Bob McAdoo. That was the number 2 answer. You got Kawhi. That was number 3. You got the number 5 answer, which was Paul George. You got the number 7 answer, which was Blake Griffin. You got the number 8 answer, which is Harden. And the number 10 answer, Elton Brand. So you actually ended up getting 7 of the 10.
Come on, bro.
You did not do too bad on this one. So you had some pretty good guesses. You ended up getting the number 3 answer, so that's 8 points. The number 5 answer, so that is 14 points. And then you got the number 7, 8, and 10 answers. So that gets you 4 points. What were you gonna say?
Who was number 1?
So you got 22 points in total for that one. The highest one you missed was, it was a tricky one. He played in the 80s too. Terry Cummings. Number 6 might have been the hardest one to get on here because he also played sometime in the ABA that long ago, but he also came over to the NBA, Billy Knight. And then number 9, the most recent one on here, I know he wasn't a Clipper very long, but he did have a high points per game with him, Tobias Harris.
Ooh, that's a sleeper. I would have never got those 3. All right, no, all good. I'm good with 7. I'm good with 7. Let's keep it rolling. We got more or what?
41 points on that one.
Come on. We got some more or what?
You got 2 more left. We'll see if you can keep adding to it. The number 1 answer was a San Diego Clipper. World Be Free.
I was thinking about the players like that. I swear. Who's 2?
Number 2 was a Buffalo Brave, Bob McAdoo.
Bob McAdoo. That's what I was thinking about. Bro, I know you believe me, bro. I swear I was thinking about Bob McAdoo. I was about to say Wes Unseld, but I was tweeting. I couldn't about that.
So number 3 was Kawhi. 4 was actually Terry Cummings. That's another one.
I didn't think about it.
5 was Paul George. 6 would have been probably a hard one to get. Billy Knight. 7 was Blake Griffin. 8 was James Harden. Number 9, you actually did not get, was Tobias Harris. And 10 was Elton Brand.
Tobias Harris?
He had that 1 year really with the Clippers.
Oh, because you said points per game.
Yeah.
James Harden. You said James Harden was up there, right?
Yeah, he was right above Tobias, so he was 8th. So, but still, that got you 22 points for the first one. Not too bad. I think this one might be your best one, the second one. So the number 2, I'm giving you the Sacramento Kings, and the stat here is top 10 in their franchise in total 3-pointers made. Go.
In a season or a game?
At all time for the Kings.
Oh, all time. Is Keegan Murray up there? Is Mike Bibby up there? Is Peja Stojakovic up there? Is in a season?
All-time career with the Kings.
All time.
About 30 seconds left.
I can't think of Chris Webber. I don't know. All time, Doug Christie. All time.
20 seconds.
De'Aaron Fox.
10 seconds. 5, 3,
Mitch.
2, 1.
Kevin. I don't know.
Buddy Hield.
It is too late, unfortunately, to add Buddy Hield.
Please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Please. Buddy Hield, bro. Fuck.
I don't know.
Fuck.
I don't know.
All right,
This might be violating the rules.
Oh wow, Keegan Murray, Oscar Robinson, Peja Stojakovic, Chris Webber, Mitch Richmond, DeMar. That's probably a terrible one. Zach LaVine. I'm just throwing out players. No, these are not going to be anything.
30 seconds.
Damn. Jerry Lucas.
Some from the Beam era, I'll say.
You said what?
From the Beam era.
From the Beam era. What? De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield.
3, 2.
Demonis bonus.
Yeah, Sabonis is not on there. But that is unfortunate because Buddy Hield was the #1 answer too on here. So that would have got you 10 points. But you did get Peja, Mitch Richmond, De'Aaron Fox, and Mike Bibby, which that was the 2, 3, 4, and 5 answer on here. So that is.
Keegan Murray isn't up there?
Well, I have not said that one yet. Keegan Murray is the 7th answer, so that got you 4 more points. That is 34. And those answers were Stojakovic, Mitch Richmond, Fox, and Mike Bibby. Number 6, you did not say, was Harrison Barnes. 7 was Keegan Murray. Number 8 was actually a tricky one, Francisco Garcia. That's a throwback.
I know who that is.
He played in like the early 2010s, like with Boogie and stuff. And then Malik Monk, number 9, and yep, and number 10. This is who I thought maybe you did say at the end instead of Kevin Herter. It was Kevin Martin.
Oh, I could have got on too.
Yeah, it was possible.
Bro, Buddy Hield, bro. Oh my god.
A lot of high answers on here. So this is, let me total this up real quick. You got 5 of the 10 on this one, which is still not too shabby. And it brought you to, you didn't get quite 41 on this one, but you got 38. Still pretty good.
Okay.
Top 4 answers: Buddy Hield, Peja Stojakovic, Mitch Richmond, De'Aaron Fox. You got all of them. Number 5, though, was Mike Bibby.
How did I not think of Mike Bibby? I said Peja Stojakovic and I didn't say Mike Bibby. What am I thinking?
Number 6 was also from the Light the Beam moment, Harrison Barnes.
Oh, what was I thinking? That was like their best shooter they've ever had.
Number 7, you did get Keegan Murray. Number 8, probably the hardest one to get on here, but I'm sure you know who it is. Francisco Garcia. That's a pull.
Legend. That's a pull right there, bro. Legend.
Number 9 is actually Malik Monk as well.
Wow.
And number 10, Kevin Martin.
Wow, that's a pull right there. That little side jumper he had, where he was like leaning sideways and he would shoot that thing.
I remember a shot on 2K would be like always the quickest release too.
The quickest release. That's hella funny, yeah.
So you have 41 on the first one, 38 on the second. So that brings you to 79 right now. Could you cross the 100-point mark? We'll see. So
I'm about to get more than like 20. Come on, let's get it.
All right, so we'll see. On this last one, you're looking for the Phoenix Suns. You'll have 60 seconds to tell me the top 10 in their franchise in assists per game. Go.
Okay. Well, definitely Steve Nash, definitely Chris Paul, Kevin Johnson, Devin Booker, Jason Kidd, Goran Dragic, Stephon Marbury. I'm tripping. Stephon Marbury, Eric Bledsoe, what a pool right here. Leandro Barbosa, Sean Marion, Jeff Hornacek,
20 seconds left.
Boris Diaw, who am I missing?
10 seconds left.
Joe Johnson,
4.
I already said Kevin Johnson, Mark West, Grayson Allen.
That is time. Neither of those two at the end were on there though.
Assists per game.
Yes.
Steve Nash, Kevin Johnson, Jason Kidd, Devin Booker, maybe Bradley Beal, maybe Jeff Hornacek, maybe Walter Davis.
Got 30 seconds. There's a couple recent ones.
There is. I wouldn't. Chris Paul.
15 seconds left.
Chris Paul. Kevin Johnson. I think I said him. Alvin Adams. I know him.
5 seconds.
Cole Winslow.
Okay, that's time.
Okay.
But I will say you did not get 41. You did not get 38. You got 42.
Come on.
That was actually your highest one on here. You got the top 4 answers. Jason Kidd, Kevin Johnson, Chris Paul, Steve Nash. You got all of them. You also got the number 6 answer, Stephon Marbury. You got the number 9 answer, Eric Bledsoe, and the number 10 answer, Jeff Hornacek. So that was a good one.
So Devin Booker's not on there?
He is not on there, no.
Damn, okay. I was actually going to
Number 5 answer, though, was someone who played with Booker, Ricky Rubio.
What? I would have never guessed that. I'll be honest with you.
He was good with the Suns, though, for a little bit.
He was, damn.
And then number 7 and 8. Number 8, I don't know if you would have got Jay Humphries.
I would have not got that.
But maybe number 7, Gail Goodrich.
Oh yeah, I feel like if I would have kept guessing enough, I would have thought of him.
But all in all, you got 42 on that one. You got 38 in the one before that. That is 80, and you got 41 before that. So that brings you actually to 121 points.
Come on.
You got. Let me total up your points on this one. So this one, it was actually your highest scoring one. You got 34 on the second question. You got 35 on this one. You got the top 4 answers: Jason Kidd, Kevin Johnson, Chris Paul, and Steve Nash in that order. And you actually got the number 10 answer, which was Jeff Hornacek. So that was a really good pull. Number 5 was actually Ricky Rubio. So there's that. Number 6 was Stephon Marbury. 7 was Gail Goodrich. 8 was Jay Humphries, which might have been a little bit tricky. Number 9 was Eric Bledsoe, and 10 was Jeff Hornacek.
Dang, I wish I got Buddy Hield.
Yeah, the Buddy Hield one definitely hurts. You know what? I'll let you, since you're really good with these weird answers and stuff, I'll give you the 10 points for Buddy Hield if you can tell me.
I didn't get it.
If you can tell me how many threes he made with the team, and if you're 50 off either way or less, I'll give you credit.
In
total,
we know for a fact, right? He had I think he has 3 plus he's over 200.
Okay.
And I think he got 300 one time. I really do this, bro?
I mean, we'll see. You can math it out if you want.
All right. So
looks like you're drawing up a play.
all right. So here, ready? So we got 300. No, I can't do that. I can't do it.
You can just write it there and then show me.
So I'll give him 300 twice, and then 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 13 plus 6, 19 plus 1.
All right, you got your calculations.
But this is too. All right, I'm gonna tell you the.
You're gonna tell me the numbers and I have to add them together.
Oh, I added them together.
Oh, okay.
Listen to the numbers. So I got them for 300.
Okay.
This is obviously 300, 250, 275, 115. 260.
So 300 plus 250 plus 275, right?
Plus 150.
Plus 150?
115.
Oh, 115.
Plus 260.
Plus 260.
Unless my math is wrong, this is a number. But this number is just too perfect, right?
What's the number?
It's just, I got 1,200.
So that's your answer, 1,200 then?
But no, because that's just it's too there, you know? It's too convenient. We're talking about Kobe, all right? 1224. 224, that's Gigi and Kobe, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we take this 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking we do, because look, you got to understand, my area code is what? 248, right? I graduated, right? 2024, baby, right?
Yeah.
I was born in August. What month is August?
Eighth month.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can either do 1824 or 1248. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But for him to have hit 1,800, he didn't hit 1,800 threes in 5 years. That's crazy. Because that means in the next 5 years, he's on pace to hit 3,600. That's better than Steph, so he didn't do that. So 1, 2, 4, 8.
So
That makes.
So that's your answer.
That makes sense.
Okay. So I'm gonna show you, I guess, what the number is. Are you ready?
Yeah. What is that number?
How did you do that? How did you do that?
No, wait, go back. Stay on God. Go back.
Dude. How many threes did Buddy Hield make with the Kings? It says it right there, too.
Oh my gosh.
How did you... What? What?
Yo, bro, I'm actually tough. Bro, I'm tough.
What?
I'm tough.
How? How did you do? How?
I'm tough.
Bro, that might be crazier than when you guessed Gary Payton's scoring average to the 100th. That was
Wait,
crazy.
did I actually get that?
Yes.
Bro.
Even if you said 1250 or 1200, like when you said 1200, I'm like, oh, he's got it now. Like, and then when you did the whole Kobe GG thing, and I went like this because I'm like, I already know what he's gonna do. He's gonna multiply it.
My area code, like it all went together.
Well, that could be a potential swing for later on in the season with this mini game, but I'm giving you the 10 points for that because that is ridiculous. I just said within 50. You got it like exactly, pretty much.
You know, I should have told you where the 1 came from. So my birthday is his birthday is August 23 minus 22 is 1. So that's the 1. Good.
Whose birthday is the 22nd?
Kobe.
Oh, okay.
No, 22nd. His birthday is the 23rd.
Oh, gotcha.
Bro,
It always
I
comes
got
back
that.
to Kobe, man. Maybe Kobe is the GOAT.
Bro, Kobe is the GOAT. You know how many times he came up clutch for me in the channel?
Dude, the time method. Like, that's a
The
whole...
time, I just can't see a clock right now, so I couldn't use the time method. I was definitely about to.
It was the Mamba method.
Bro.
That is
Bro.
crazy. That is very good and good enough for right now in the season, the 4th best score out of like 27.
Let's go. But fourth, I'm not happy with that though, Garrett. So you let me know when this round 2 is, because I'm coming for that first.
Hey man, well, you know, per Bullony Basketball tradition, there will definitely be involving this stuff. And there might be some first round buys, so you might have just cemented yourself one right there. So
Come on, Garrett, I'm ready.
there's that. But you'll never guess who were the 3 above you.
Is it the typical 3? Is it Reek, Trill, and I hope it's not Pryce because I keep going against him.
Actually, no, you did better in Pryce in this one. He got 101.
Okay.
Which was still actually the 7th best score of the season out of like 27. It was 3-point weekly.
I'll just Reek, Evan, and Gabe.
Yeah. So the way that works though is because they were on together, which they get to work together, but they get way less time.
Okay.
They cleaned house on one of them. I think they went 9 of 10 on another, and they went 7 of 10 on another. I was like, what the heck? Like, so they got 144, but your 121 is good. The next highest after that is my guy Willie G with 108. So you have some space there between everyone else.
So I'm really in second because they are you counting them as 3 individuals or as 3?
They all do count, but they're seeded based on like who did the most individually. So of the 144 points, Reek was first on 66 of them, so that's why he's the number 1 seed. Gabe was first on 54 points, so he's the 2nd seed, and then Devin was first on 24 of them, so he's 30.
Okay, got you. All right.
But you are the highest solo score of the season so far.
Come on,
that is
come
impressive.
on, brother. Come on.
How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels like I'm ready to win a freaking tournament here, brother. That's I'm ready to win a tournament, ready to win a mini game, ready to claim my rightful winner ownership here, Garrett.
Yeah, man, you've definitely been in a lot of tournaments. You know, I think that most people were pulling for you. We'll have to see how it goes, though. But that was a really good showing and could set yourself up pretty nicely.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. And that was some great fun Laker talk as well.
Yes, sir. With 101 points.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm number 1 for getting that. I don't even care. Like, I'm number for getting 1248. I'm number 1.
That did elevate you a couple of spots.
Crazy, bro.
It is kind of crazy. But one way or another, that's still very impressive. We'll see that. Like I said, that could swing things later on in the season.
For sure.
That's huge right there. I got to give it to you. I did not think you were going to get that.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I played the lottery and just add up for
Just look at the clock or think of Kobe or whatever.
Yeah,
man. You'll buy like the lotto ticket. You'll be like, I'll get one, or you'll get number 2 and number 4, and then I'll get number 8 for Kobe, and then like you'll win on all of them or something.
2 plus 4, 8. I'll get 16 because if you add up all the numbers.
Hey man, that is true.
2 plus 4. That's nice.
But anyways.
Whatever.
You can go play the lottery after this, but I appreciate you again. Appreciate you being on. Good Laker talk and good performance on the mini game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Got anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
No, I appreciate you letting me be here, brother. Everybody that's watching, you guys can check out Lakers Corner. Greatly appreciate it. I'm sure Garrett will drop like the handles in the description. But if not, just check me out here on YouTube. Lakers Corner, the 3-minute game recaps, weekly shows. And yeah, appreciate you letting me be here, brother. Love talking hoops with you. And big shout out to KOT, man. We back in action.
Yes, sir. And as you were saying, I'll have all your stuff down below. It was a great talk. I'm glad I can have you on here as Lakers Corner now for the first time in Bullony Basketball. And yeah, this is actually, I think, now the second episode that's going to be where all the people in the mini game got 100 points or more. So
okay, look at that.
Good performance right there from both you and Pryce.
Shout out Kobe, man.
Shout out
Kobe.
Shout out Buddy Hield. And I would only offer that to someone like you because I know you do these like extracurricular methods just to try and solve it more than probably anyone else has on these. And I'm like, watch him just like get within the range, and then you literally got the exact answer. I don't know how. Yeah, man. Appreciate it again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and we're out. Peace.